I don't know where my... This has been sold. Namaste, everybody. I just wanted to jump on because I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the healing part of my art. The healing part of my art. Okay, that's not done yet, but I just want to come on. Really need another cup of coffee, but is there anybody here? Not many people. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Hi. Namaste. I'm Katrina Brady. Okay. I did pick out earrings and I forgot to put them on, so it's okay. All right. Namaste, everybody. Yeah, so a big part of my work and my mission in life has been, how do we take colors? How do we take materials, colors, bracelets, stones, crystals, right? And just in essence, colors and color of drinks and colors of foods, and to use to help our body. Use them to help our mind. Use them to take the plaque off our brains. I don't know how to do that, but I think colors do help. I believe in my heart and my soul that my affiliation with chakras, things that I've been doing with chakras, has helped me, has helped other people. So I wanted to talk a little bit about different chakras, okay, before I go over to the boards and show you. And I have a lot more work that I'm going to be doing as soon as I can. Devin is unfortunately not feeling good again because now he has it seems like he has a chest cold. So he is feeling terrible. And then he found out from the doctor that he wasn't supposed to be taking Alka-Seltzer, and they're supposed to get back to him what he's supposed to take for the tightness in his chest cold. So yeah, we continue. All about faces. Welcome in. Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio? They're both handsome. Hi. So if you haven't met me before, I'm Katrina Brady. Okay, I do a lot of quirky little videos, but they have meaning. And a lot of people are going through medical issues and different things like that, including me, including my husband, including the world. So, but I do feel better, if in case anybody wanted to know. And I'm trying to keep on walking whenever I get a chance. I walked like 3 different times yesterday. It's okay if you can't walk all in one stint. It's actually better if you do it in different stints. So I walked for like 10 minutes yesterday or 15 minutes yesterday. in front, and then I walked in the back of the house, maybe another 15 minutes, and then I went on my vibration plate. Anyhow, every time I went outside and did deep breaths and walked, I felt good. And I don't run. This girl doesn't run. She just walks, okay? Anyhow, Crazy 8, you're here. Crazy 8, you're not at one of your 5 jobs? I'm shocked. You're getting ready for work. Okay. All right. Yeah, I felt it necessary to come on because I don't know how long it'll be, because I really do need another cup of coffee. I didn't even eat breakfast or lunch yet, but that's okay. It's okay because my body is saying, take it easy. But I wanted to come with a few affirmations and then tell you what the colors mean, and then go over to the board and say what color stood out to you. Now I'm thinking I shouldn't do it that way. I should do it the colors first. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go around. Wait, which way should I do it? I'm not sure. I'm mixing myself up. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. We need good luck and we need blessings. No, those stones are not satanic. There's nothing satanic about Jesus. Okay. If you don't believe me, Jesus is all around me. Okay. So for example, when you see this picture, besides it says ask and it shall be given, Matthew 7:7, right? This is a mixture of dark blue and silver. And then I painted the edges silver. And I was happy with that combination. So I'm not going to tell you what it's for now, but it's for 2 chakras, maybe even 3. But just go by what you're attracted to. Are you attracted to purple or blue? Are you attracted to pink? This is all rose quartz stones. Are you attracted to pink? Pink. There's a meaning for it. So just with your eye, look around and see what pulls you in, what colors you would like to stay with. She has a pink dress on in this picture with Jesus. All things, whatever you shall ask in prayer, believing you shall receive. And that is true. Okay? Or are you attracted to purple and silver? Or are you attracted to dark blue? Black and red? Black and purple? Black and purple? Okay. Red and black? Gray. Does gray make you feel very peaceful? There's a reason for that. Okay, so here's some more gray, silver, and these type of stones. There's all stones integrated in my work usually. Some are crystals and some are glass. Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Something happened.
1 second, you're worrying about your home.
1 second, guys.
And then, thanks to ADT.
Okay. All right. So, or do you like beige? Beige and white. White and beige. Really take note. What colors do you want to look at more? This is like a mauvey lavender. Like a mixture of lavender and mauve. And then I have the crystals right next to it. You attracted to red. There's a reason, and I'll get to it. I will get to it. Are you attracted to green or perhaps gold? Silver. Are you attracted to silver? This whole thing is silver. And a silver cross. And those are real jade stones. Are you attracted to yellow? Or finally, are you attracted to blue? Throat chakra, light blue. What color makes you feel at peace? This has been sold, but you could still look at it. And the other horse painting has been sold too, but this one's still here. This is like brown and pink and mauve. Are you attracted to those colors? Here's a peach. Are you attracted to peach? Does that make you feel safe? Are you attracted to red? I already did red. And then here's green. Green and gold. Okay. Are you attracted to a dark purple? Are you attracted to a light purple? Does that make you feel happy? No, it makes me feel happy. Are you attracted to green and gold? This one's not for sale. This one I made for me. I made it for me. Okay. All right. So I gave you guys pretty much, and I have so many that I'm still painting. Ugh, sorry. By the way, I think you told me earlier, normal in some cases, just for watch for worsening, may take action. Oh, okay. Well, text me about that, okay? Text me about that on my private text, okay? You like the silver and the black? Thank you. The gray picture. Oh, Faith? The gray one with the feathers? That's Faith, or the other one is the polar girl sitting on a rock in the middle of the water with the polar bear. Oh, okay. Yes, I definitely will. I will. I have plenty of copies of Tommy Extra. So don't you worry. Okay. So guys, all right. So just think about in your mind if some of you are answering me, some of you aren't really saying. So you don't have to buy anything. I just wanted to know what colors were grabbing at you, and now I'm about to tell you why. And Crazy 8, if you can't stay for it, You could rewatch it later, okay? And it'll help you sleep. It'll help you rest because sometimes my healing music makes people go to sleep. Why is this alfalfa hair standing up? So it's standing up. I can't get it. I guess I'm going to be a unicorn today. See? It's still there. All right, I'm going to have to leave it. All right, so gold. Anything, if you're attracted to gold or silver or white, that's going to bother me. All right, if you're attracted to gold, it's bad. I don't know why it's sticking up. Okay, I'm going to take it off. I'm going to totally take it off. Go like this. Okay. So it's still there. Okay. If you're attracted to gold or silver or white or effervescent sparkly white, right? That is for your crown chakra. That has everything to do with your head, your brain, your pituitary gland, your migraines, if you have headaches, migraines, or spiritual awakening. Okay, so let me just read a little bit more on that if I can find my glasses. There they are. Well, these are big. I'm gonna take the headband off. Okay, so anything white, gold, sparkly, or silver, or gray, even gray, resonates with the crown chakra. It means that maybe your crown chakra needs alignment. Okay, all the chakras in the body, they always need to get realigned. You okay? Okay, so the crown chakra is the seventh chakra, and it's represented by violet. Some people say violet, some people say effervescent white, gold, silver. Anyhow, it's the top of the head. Okay, that's that chakra, the top of the head. That's where you wear your crown. Okay, it's the pineal gland. It has to do with the pineal gland, the skull, and the brain. It has to do with grace and beauty, serenity, oneness with all, our divinity, selflessness, resilient, understanding, and enlightenment. Okay, so a lot of people are on a journey for enlightenment, and we should always be on that journey. Okay? And we always change, like we have awakenings every 5 years, every 7 years. Okay? Like I think it's every 7 years our whole body changes, our cells change in our body, chemicals in our body change, and that's why we get food allergies that we never had before. That's why we get, different aches and pains, because our body changes and we got to keep up with it. We got to keep the chakras aligned one by one, one by one. Okay, so the crown chakra, the third eye chakra, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the solar plexus chakra, down below where your intestines are is your sacral chakra, and your reproductive organs is your sacral chakra, and also your lower spine is, and your legs and your shoulders are your root chakra. Okay, and so don't worry, I'm working on a canvas that I always have next to me that I can refer to it. It's just a matter of having, a break in going to doctor's appointments and different things like that. If you know, you know. But I have to start going back to painting at night because that's when I used to do it. It was peaceful, and I'm being lazy and I'm watching a lot of Netflix at night. So, anyhow. So with the crown chakra, I wanted to say one other thing before we stop. The crown chakra, I just had a paper that was about headaches. It was about headaches. Okay. Yeah, here it is. See, guys, I do practice what I preach. When you buy healing artwork, you get a folder full of everything about your piece that you bought or pieces. Please, God. And no, even if you buy one thing, you'll get all the information about the rocks, the crystals, and what is the significance. I'm trying to show you this before I drop it, which usually I would drop it. Okay. So migraine headaches have to do, or regular headaches, regular style headaches, or even just a pain in your head. Of course, always get it checked out from the doctor. But if you can't, if you find that you're getting them over and over again, and you don't want to take, all this, even, I consider strong medicine, like, I've always been told to go on medicine for my headaches. But of course, Rebel over here doesn't want to do that because I'm on a couple of medicines and I don't want to be on that many medicines. I want to find out the spiritual significance of why I have a headache. I want to find out the physical and spiritual and emotional reason why I'm getting the headaches. Part of the reason why is because the car accident at 14 where I bent my C4 and C5, and that'll always give me headaches, but sometimes I get them right here, and sometimes if I can figure out what the frig I'm upset about, what the frig is wrong in my life, what is upsetting me that I'm holding on to, and who told me off and I didn't tell them back off, or who stabbed me in the back and I just let it go as if I didn't notice. Okay? Thank you, Crazy 8. The folders are excellent. You refer to yours all the time for reference. I've got quite a bit of Mystic Brady's folders. That's right. And you have quite a bit. You have a wall of my art, my healing art. And I appreciate that so much. And what she really did was she did the work inside the folders. She was doing the work a little bit before she even met me. And she was listening to the meditation. She was practicing the meditation. She was looking into the chakras. Once you learn the chakras, you'll always know them. It's just that so many people want to just like maybe just, oh, let me take this pill and it'll be all right. Oh, if I only had money, that'll solve my problems. No, money solves some problems, and I'm not against being successful. I want people to be successful. I want to be successful. I want to have more than one person in my business. Okay, you feel me? I don't want to have these harsh talks with my accountant every year on for April 15th. That my business is in the minus 3,000. Okay, my business is in the minus 2,000. Yeah, it's like, do I have a business? So, all I could do is try. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is just learning about the chakras and how you could heal yourself by figuring out what underlying problem or emotional thing that you were worried about, maybe your whole life, or since childhood, or since your divorce, or since your breakup, or since your a death in the family, or since you had a bad surgery or a painful surgery, or move. You made somebody out there made a move. They made a move, a physical move, like from a house to an apartment or apartment to a house, and it wasn't the right one. Okay. That just came in. Sometimes spirit comes in when I'm just trying to do very bookish type of stuff. So anyhow, for headaches, the crown chakra is related to all colors of white, gold, silver, and glitter. Okay? And on the chart, where's my chart? On the chart, they always show what? Are you kidding me? How could that be? For what? 1 second. Guys, 1 second. Yes. Yes, you can't avoid it. Guys, 1 second. We just found out that our car has a broken air conditioner. We just fixed it last week, right? But then he noticed for $300 that the air conditioner still felt like it was warm, it was coming out warm. And he's diabetic, so he definitely needs to have the air, and it's Texas, you know. So now we found out it's $1,400. Oh my God. Okay, I will be right back. I'm making him tea because he's having trouble breathing. And I just really want to finish this. So if Crazy 8, if you can't stay, I only have 4 people in here. But if you have to go to work, you can always watch it later. 1 second, guys. I'll be back. Sorry. I am so sorry, guys. Oh boy. So sorry. Is anybody still here? I had to make him a cup of tea, and I put these 2 lemon and honey cough drops inside the tea. He's not really allowed to have tea, I don't think. But anyway, he needs it. I hope I didn't get in trouble for showing that video. I'm not going to try to monetize this one, but I hope I don't get in trouble. Okay, green aqua. Hi, Carol Plant. Aren't you at work? Oh, it's spring break. Right, it's spring break. How did your son's surgery go? I had him on my candle. Luke, right? Your son Luke? Okay, so let me just try to finish. Okay, so if you're having a problem just with headaches, right? It's invalidating the self, criticism, and fear. And that might seem like out there, like that's just, words put together. But invalidating the self means, like, when do I get my needs met? When is anybody going to listen to what I want and what I need and what I think? So, do you feel invalidated when you get a headache? Do you feel like enough people are listening to you? Do you feel like people are just like dismissing you and saying, well, my headache is worse than yours, so you don't matter. I'm just trying to think of examples, just like putting yourself on the back burner and really not being heard. Sometimes that can cause a headache because your feelings and your thoughts will still stay here. That's why it's so good to express yourself through journaling, express yourself through singing, voice, talking to a friend, talking to a family member, and addressing what is bothering you. Okay? If it's on your brain, it's on your mind, and it's going to stay there and turn into a headache or a migraine. Okay? And my eyes are getting greener, which means spirit is coming in. Okay? And I didn't even ask for spirit, but I'm surrounded by Jesus and the angels at all times, so I'm open and receptive to receiving any messages that I need to give out. But something told me, don't just do an art gallery time. Let them know the magic behind the colors. Let them know what the colors mean and indicate why you would like a particular piece, or just why is your eye going there, why you would like to, like, there's some pieces that I can look at but then I look away, like my butterfly girl that's all in blue. Okay, I look away. She's a small little piece, but there was a time that I was working on her over and over again because I was having throat issues, thyroid issues. And that's kind of why I designed her, to have all the blue, the light blue, and the crystal glitter. Okay? And then there was a time that I was staring at the green, Archangel Raphael. Okay, because I was having issues with forgiveness and love, and I felt heartbroken. Okay, and then it's a mixture with the crown chakra is the gold. Always experiencing headaches, always experiencing migraines. Have you met me? Okay, so when I work with the colors, I find, sorry about the hair, I find that I can work through a feeling, and I can work through a dis-ease, an illness. Okay, and I am not a doctor, and I'm not telling anybody, hey, don't go to the doctor, but try to heal yourself too. try to heal yourself. Try to bring in more colors into your diet. Vegetables, cucumbers, broccoli. Make sure there's always green, blueberries, bananas, apples. It's very hard when we live in a fast lifestyle, but just if you make your lunch, make peanut butter on crackers and cut up an apple, have a banana for breakfast. I just froze. Did you see that? Oh my God, that scared me. I just froze. Anyway, so when you have migraines, it's all right. I'm sorry, I didn't say the affirmation for headaches. Headaches are invalidating the self and self-criticism. I am very big, as much as people think, what a narcissist she is. She's always putting a face on the video. I am so critical of myself. Okay, I'll tell myself every single day, why are you so fat? Why are you so fat? You know, why did you do it that way? You should have did this way. And I have to catch myself and stop putting myself down and say, no, you are a good person. You try to be a good friend. You try to be a good wife. You try to be a good mother. Okay? You try to be a good healer. Okay? And then God says yes. Now he's happier. He doesn't like that negative talk because we are his artwork. That's why he doesn't want us to change what we look like. He wants us to be healthy. He wants us to be happy. Okay. So what you're supposed to do is take away that self-criticism. Start to think about the things that you did good, that you survived. You're a survivor. It's not happening to you right now, but you survived something very, very dangerous and very, very scary and evil, terrible, but you're still here, right? And so talk about that in your head more to yourself. Or if you have to write it in your journal, write it, I am a survivor. I have survived, and write down what you survived, okay? Somebody out there needs to write down all the jobs that they've had, because they're not believing that they can get another job. There's another job they have their eye on. That just came in. Anyway, for headaches, we say, I love and approve of myself. It's very simple, not easy to do. I love and approve of myself exactly as I am at this moment in time. I love and approve of myself. Everybody say that.
There's some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and
Sorry
retirement
about
savings.
this thing. It always has commercials. Stop. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I love and approve of myself. Now absorb it. I love, if you have to close your eyes, close your eyes. I love and approve of myself. And I always like to say, thank you, dear God. Thank you, universe. I love and approve of myself. And now smile. Take a deep breath in and blow it out in 4. Empty. I love and approve of myself. If you don't feel it, it means you need to work with that. It means you need to write down your accomplishments. You need to write down, I'm so happy and grateful I was able to raise my kids. I'm so happy and grateful I was able to give my kids birthday parties. That's a big thing for me, because I think everybody's birthday is so special. And if you could make that day really special, I don't care if they're 4, 24, 44. Okay, if I'm alive I try to make that day special. And I'm proud of myself for that. I'm proud of myself for getting my master's. I'm proud of myself for getting my 4-year degree, my bachelor's by 21. Um, I'm proud of myself for surviving 14 different places that I've lived. And I'm not trying to brag, I'm trying to show you guys how you can fill in the blanks and write down or think of what you're proud of. Even if you're just proud of how you take care of your cat, or how you take care of your dogs, or how you take care of your home or your apartment or your car, okay? Or you're proud that you did a good job for somebody at your job. Not everybody does it. Not everybody puts themselves out. Some people really try to help other people while they're at work or in the store. Okay. I love and approve of myself. I see myself and what I do with eyes of love. It's so important. I see myself and what I do with eyes of love. And I think to myself, yeah, I don't have a lot of customers. I don't. Okay. And, but I have 7,000 people on my YouTube channel, and I have 2,000 people on my TikTok. Okay. I'm not really connected that well to my TikTok, but I still have it. And, altogether that's 7, 8, 9, that's 9,000, right? So I know that people are seeing me, and maybe sometimes I'm letting them feel kind of good, and that makes me happy, even a little bit, okay? And when I make my healing art, that's a lot for me. It helps me, probably more than it's going to help you. But if people who have it have purchased it and do the affirmations and look at it and touch it, you got to touch it. You got to go up. This isn't done, but I was feeling her today, and you got to touch the healing artwork. And if there's stones, you touch the stones, and all the stones mean something too. So I love and approve of myself. I see myself and what I do with eyes of love. I am safe. I see myself and what I do with eyes of love. I love what I do because even though I told you I don't have that many customers, and like, you know, I was going to give it up because I'm a Virgo, and Virgo seeing minus 3,000. Last year it was minus 2,000. And I said to Devin, I'm not going to do this anymore because, you know, and he goes, no, you like doing it though. And I really do. He goes, you're happy when you do your artwork. He goes, just do it. You know, things will pick up. And I was like really hooked on the money, hooked on like having no customers. And then I said, you know what? If I were to die tomorrow, I wouldn't think about my readings. I really wouldn't. Okay, are they good? Are they helpful? Hopefully they are. But what I really think about is, did I paint the healing artwork that I wanted to paint? Did I do all the canvases that I wanted to do? And that's what means something to me. So even if I have to store my artwork and just bring it up from time to time, that's what I'm going to do. And there's also a chance that we're going to rent a place that's only $82 a month, that I can try to sell it there too. So I see myself and what I do with eyes of love. Even when I work as a teacher, I feel very proud of myself to be a teacher, because it was very hard for me to become a teacher. That was a hard road. Someday I'll talk about it. And some people who know me, they know it was hard. And I did it. I did it myself with the help of God. Okay? And I see myself and what I do with eyes of love. I am safe. So let's say that one. I see myself and what I do with eyes of love. Anything you do, even if you don't really in love with your job or your career, if you do whatever your part is with eyes of love, and see that as put your passion into it, do your best effort, then that's all that matters. Okay. I see myself and what I do with eyes of love. I am safe. It's so hard for people to feel safe. And I'm right up there. I was thinking, like I told you, I was thinking a lot about finances. And then Devin's health was going bad, and I realized that I was worrying too much, and that doesn't bring finances in. That makes you have more medical problems to go to, more doctor's appointments and more pills and things like that. So I said, calm down and feel safe. Feel safe again, wherever I am. Even I'm sitting in a mess and I have to clean this whole thing up before Easter. I'll do it. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Okay. You have to feel safe. Safe even in chaos. Know that there is another plan. Okay? All right. So, migraines. If you get migraines, dislike, and this is still the colors, a little bit of violet, but because they say the crown chakra is, they show you violet. But if you're attracted to white, gold, silver, glitter, and violet, migraines is a dislike of being driven, because you want to be in the driver's seat, right? If you get migraines a lot, spiritually, they say one of the reasons could be a dislike of being driven, resisting the flow of life. Life has a flow. And sometimes we're like, oh no, what about this? What about that? How am I going to come up with this payment, that payment? We just found out the car that we just spent $300 on we have to spend another $1,400 on. Okay. So what are we going to do? Put it on the card or take it out of the bank. Okay. But when you get the migraine, it could be, I honestly feel this way. Of course, it could be your spine. It could be something in your spine, your neck. Make sure you go to the chiropractor, figure out your neck, do some stretches and exercises, put heat or ice. If you still have the migraine, think about what is bothering you. Do you feel like somebody took the reins and they're kind of driving you and delegating what you have to do in your life instead of you having the time to yourself or any free time? There's usually a reason. So dislike of being driven, resisting the flow of life, sexual fears could cause migraines. Yeah, those kind of things. Okay, so the affirmation for migraines is, I relax into the flow of life and let life provide all that I need easily and comfortably. Life is for me. I know that was a lot. I relax into the flow of life. Relax into the flow of life. Okay, what do we have to do? We have to get up. We have to die. We have to pay taxes. Okay, check that off. Okay, we have to take care of ourselves, then our family. First ourselves. Have that glass of water before you do anything for anybody else. Have your bath or your shower before you do anything for anybody else. Okay? And then we think about, what do we have to do next? Get ready for work, or if you're retired, what is going on in your house that you have to do? Where do you have to go? Okay? So I relax into the flow of life, knowing there's going to be some things I don't really want to do and some things that I would rather do. Okay? And if somebody just said, well, I'd rather pull the covers over my head, well, maybe do that. For wake up a little bit earlier, set your clock a little bit earlier, and then this way you put the covers over your head. Or if you're retired, like I did today, I just didn't get up because I started to have a headache, a neck ache, and then a headache. And I said, you know what? I was awake, but I stayed in bed. And Devin and his son my stepson, went to drop off the car. He didn't want me to get up for that because he knows I go to bed late. Anyhow, let's relax into the flow of life and let life provide all that I need easily and comfortably. Life is for me, not life is against me. Like life is going to work out. Somebody used to say that. Who used to say it? Either my father or my mother used to say, don't worry, everything will work out. And I'd be like, no, Dad, or no, Mom, how is it going to work out? Just think, everything will work out. Don't worry. Sometimes you just need somebody to tell you that, or you need to tell yourself that. We've been at this position before where we had this bill and that bill, this bill, that bill, and this illness, that illness, and we're going to get through it. Everything's going to be okay. Let's think of that. Everything's going to be okay. Picture everything being okay. I have more than enough money to pay my bills. I have more than enough money to go on that vacation that my family wants to go on. I have more than enough money to enjoy my life. I have more than enough to relax into the flow of life. All is well. I relax into the flow of life and let life provide all that I need easily and comfortably. Life is for me. This is where God and the universe comes in. If you're lacking, you need a motor for your car, you need rent money, you need electric bill paid, you need food money, extra food money, because food is expensive. Say to life, God and the universe, I'm so happy and grateful I have more than enough food to feed my family. I have more than enough money to pay my food bill. I have more than enough friends. I have more than enough opportunities for my job, to move up in my job, my career, okay? We have to bring in, instead of thinking the worst, like my worst was, okay, I'm going from one client to 0 clients. How do I run a business with 0 clients? Then I had to stop thinking that, and I said, I could go on my phone, do a video, and there's potential clients all the time. Or I might, don't even worry about clients, think about, I'm going to help somebody for free. There's an exchange there. So I had to take my mindset out of a lack mindset and think of myself as, I'm happy and grateful I have my channel. I'm happy and grateful I have over 7,000, almost 8,000 subs. I'm happy and grateful I could do my healing art. I'm happy and grateful I could talk about the chakras. Okay? So really leaving the mindset of lack and really absorbing it. Like a lot of times I'll say absorb, I'll say an affirmation, then I'll say, like everybody's a different learner. As a teacher, I could teach reading and sight words to one student, and they will get it after about 8 times. They'll know the word stop, right? S-T-O-P. Then there's the confused learner, or like me, like I was, and I had to write signs up all with the sight words all over paper. And my third grade teacher, or my first grade teacher, made my mother do this and put it all over the bedroom door, the bathroom door, and a door downstairs. And I had to go over before I went into the room. I had to point to all the words and say them before I went into the room, because my mind had to take a picture of the word a certain amount of times, maybe 25, maybe 50. Everybody's a different learner. So some of you didn't absorb those affirmations that I said, because you might need to write it down. You might need to think about it more. You might need to say it more and then absorb. Okay? Everybody has a different absorb rate. And once we understand that about ourselves and other people, then it's easy. It just means that you might need to watch this video a couple of times before you absorb what I've said, you know? Okay. So if you were attracted to the gold, I think people said gold. Let me see. Blue belly fat? There's not that many people in here, but silver and black. Okay, so the silver is the crown chakra. I talked about that. Black is, I just found out black is Elvis's favorite color. See how I talk about him in the present tense? I'm going to be doing a whole line. Like when I say a whole line, I might do 3 canvases of Elvis. But I just have to have the time, because I have all Jesus stuff and angels and stuff. So I just have to have the time, because each one needs paint and Mystic Brady and crystals. Anyhow, if you were attracted to green or pink, and you feel a certain kind of way when I went over to the green or the pink, that is for the heart chakra. Okay, heart chakra has to do with the blood, feeling secure in love, forgiveness, or of others, or hurt, or something others hurting your heart, forgiveness of your own past mistakes, allowing yourself to be loved and forgiven. Heart chakra was really big in, I think it was 2020, 2021. Again, it's the middle of the chest area physically. The colors are green and pink. The thymus, the heart, the lungs, circulation, hands, shoulders, breasts, and upper back. So green is so friggin' important. To wear it, to eat green things like broccoli, like I mentioned before, peas, anything green, the green drinks that people drink. It's so important. I just saw cucumbers, I saw squash, zucchini. Very important to integrate green into your life. And if you can't, even just going out and seeing green grass, green trees, touch the tree. Okay, so the heart chakra has everything to do with love, generosity, friendship, compassion, and forgiveness. And when I say forgiveness, I mean forgiveness of yourself, because we've all made mistakes and had trouble, mistakes in love and friendships, and forgiveness of others, because we can't move on until we do that forgiveness. So compassion for yourself. Some people, it's easy to have compassion for other people. I once gave away, just recently too, I don't know, I think it was like 7 canvases for free. 4 was to one person and 3 was to another person, because both people, and it was far away, so I didn't even charge them. One was to England, and I think 2 were to Canada. don't even keep the right records anymore. My other accountant in New York used to tell me he needed records of how much I gave away for free, but this accountant said it doesn't equal enough to mean anything. And I hated that he said that, because it means a lot to me, because these people, whether they were lying, I don't think they were lying, but they didn't even pay for shipping because they said they didn't have the money, but they wanted my healing art and I wanted them to use my healing art. The only thing that got me a little upset is I never see them on my channel anymore. Like after I mailed them the packages, I didn't see them on my channel. But you know what? I did the right thing, because I took something that I made out of love and compassion and generosity to give it to them, because I wanted them to have the folder with the healing affirmations. I wanted them to touch the canvases, look at the canvases, even for a moment of having peace or aligning that particular chakra. Okay? Um, and that's compassion. Um, that's an example. That's an example. But if you're having any trouble with your heart chakra, you might feel it in the chest area. You might feel it. You might start getting GERD. You might start feeling like a burning sensation or tingling. You might feel like an elephant sat on your chest. Please get to the emergency room if you feel any of that. But if you come out and they were like, oh, it's probably anxiety. Anxiety can seem like a heart attack, because your heart is telling you something's wrong. Something's wrong in here. There's a relationship we need to fix, or there's a relationship we need to, you don't have to go back to toxic relationships, but you do have to forgive yourself and forgive them in order to let the flow of life go. Okay? So love, generosity, compassion, and forgiveness. Anything green, jade, hunter green, sea foam, that was big in the 80s, sea foam, and also pink. Those are the colors for the heart chakra. So if you find yourself attracted to those colors, pink or green of any form, and you feel those are your peaceful colors, you feel at peace. Like I wore purple today with my unicorns. Why? Because I wanted to feel comfortable. And it's not good to wear black too much. I know, it looks slimming and stuff, but it shuts down your chakras. And I wore black yesterday. And sometimes I want to hide my body, because I'm chubby and overweight. So wearing black, black pants, black shirt to hide yourself. But you know what? Wearing the same color, like gray on gray, purple on purple, well, you're not really going to do that unless you're Barney, but I get close to it. But, and purple is also for the third eye. So I felt like I was having some answers come in for me and maybe the universe or the Mystic Brady Bunch. And that's probably why I felt I needed to put my face on and brush my teeth and get in front of my camera. And that's what I did. I still haven't eaten. I had 1 cup of coffee and it's long gone. So I'm going to finish this with the heart. Allowing yourself to be loved. Are you allowing yourself to be loved? Are you allowing yourself to be forgiven? Are you forgiven other people? Are you loving them? Sometimes you have to let them go in order to love them. So the heart represents the center of love and security. My heart beats, the new thought pattern is, my heart beats to the rhythm of love. It's all about love. Okay, so what do we get with love? We get friendship. We get kindness. We show compassion, or we get compassion shown on us. We get happy thoughts. Okay, And then if somebody stabs us in the chest or the back, okay, there's pain associated with that encapsulates in us, from past relationships that didn't work out. No matter whose fault it is, we have to let it go. We have to know that that person is not an angel or God, and either are we. So we have to say, okay, that person shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have done that. But you know what? I'm not going to let it rule my life. I'm going to say it. I'm going to do what my mother used to say. Say you're sorry to that person. If you can't, just say it in your head. If you can't see that person, or contact them, or they blocked you, or whatever, say it in your head. Say you're sorry to God, and also be sorry about it. And then try not to ever do that again and move on, knowing that God will forgive you if you're trying your best to do differently. And that person might not forgive you, but that's okay, as long as you are sorry to them. Okay? And if they hurt you, you could forgive them and pray for them. That's how we move on. That's how we move up in life. Okay? By leaving that in the past, that was disappointing and sad, but I don't have to feel sad about it every single day, because that's over. And the Buddhists feel that every experience you have, good or bad, is to get you to where you are now. And so that's why we don't dwell on it. Because when you dwell on it, that's where the migraines come in. That's where the headaches come in. That's where the tightness in your chest comes in. That's where the tingling comes in. That's where you feel like somebody's squeezing your heart like that. Okay, that's where the blood pressure goes up or down. That's where you hear the heartbeat in your ear. That's where your eyebrow will start to jiggle. Okay, so the affirmation for that, for the heart chakra, green and pink. Wear more green, wear more pink, eat more pink things. Even pink lemonade is good. I forget what pink foods, but there's definitely green foods. My heart beats to the rhythm of love. My heart beats to the rhythm of love. And also rose quartz is really good for that. I have many pictures that have rose quartz in it. That's why I usually have rose quartz on, because it really helps. My heart beats to the rhythm of love. And so it is. Okay, a heart attack is a coronary thrombosis, and the probable cause. Sorry, this helps. That's cool. The probable cause is squeezing all the joy out of the heart in favor of money or position, etc. Squeezing all the joy out of the heart in favor of money or position. So I was thinking a lot about, I was like, I don't think I'm trying to be money hungry, or, how am I climbing up the ladder, of my job if I'm not even working? And then I thought, I've been very worried about my business. I've been thinking about, I'm not at work as a sub. And then what about my business? So thinking too much about power and position could cause a heart attack. Thinking too much about money and worrying too much about, climbing that ladder. So what's the affirmation? I bring joy back to the center of my heart. I express love to all.
Attention choppers! Guardians has a big...
Sorry about that. Okay. I bring joy back to the center of my heart. I express love to all. I bring joy back to the center of my heart. The simple joy, taking a walk, touching a tree, seeing your kids, seeing your grandkids. I don't have any yet. Doesn't look good. Okay. But just even like happiness for me is like going to Starbucks and everything goes okay. I sit in my car, have my Starbucks, going for a walk, talking to people I love and like, doing videos. Like, you have to find what is your joy and look the simple joy, spending more time with your animals, spending more time with your, significant others. And I bring joy back to the center of my heart. I express love to all. I am the joy of life expressing and receiving. I am the joy of life expressing and receiving. I am the joy of life expressing and receiving. So, able to express your love and able to receive it. A lot of people don't want to fall in love again or have a friendship again, take a chance because they've been hurt in the past. So that means you're not expressing or receiving. Okay. High blood pressure. Hello. When you have high blood pressure, it's a long-standing emotional problem that's not solved. Okay. To prove to you, that's why I've had these papers out. I looked through my folders and I looked up blood pressure. I also looked at my Louise Hay books, and found out. And I was like, what long-standing problem have I not fixed? So I think I know. So if you could think of what long-standing emotional problem, if you have high blood pressure, what long-standing emotional problem have you not solved? Okay, think about it. It could be something stuck in your childhood, something stuck in your adulthood, something stuck in your divorce or your marriage, or even a current marriage. What is it you're not expressing that really bothers you, that really bugs you, that you want some attention on, that you would like to talk to somebody about? Which problem would that be? It's a long-standing emotional problem. Okay? And the affirmation for that would be, I am peaceful with all of my emotions. I am peaceful with all of my emotions. I am peaceful with all of my emotions. Okay? And that's not easy to do. You have to go through them. You have to figure out if you have anger emotions. Why? What's causing you to be angry? If you keep it in, it's going to make the blood pressure go up. Okay? Somebody out there feels left, like somebody left you and did not come back. I just saw that. Okay, I don't know if that was as a kid or what have you. I am peaceful with all of my emotions. I love and approve of myself. Seems simple, but it's very hard to do because we are critical of ourselves. But at the very least, in order to love somebody else or even a friendship, you have to love and approve of yourself. So let's feel that. Deep breath in. I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. Okay. If you have, oh no, thanks, later. If you have lack of low blood pressure, that's where, and I used to have beautiful blood pressure. It was perfect to going low. But the low blood pressure, it could be lack of love as a child. You might have felt lack of love, or you might be feeling lack. If it just came on suddenly, it might be that you're not drinking enough water, you're not drinking enough of anything, you're not eating enough. You might need an apple, you might need a sandwich, you might need a banana, okay? But like kind of like taking away things from yourself because you're trying to mirror feeling that way as a kid or a young adult. At some point, think about, did I feel like I had lack of love if your blood pressure is low? Okay? Lack of love as a child, defeatism, what's the use? Like saying, what's the use of it? What's the use of, I shouldn't even push myself to live. What's the use? It won't work anyway. Okay? So it's a whole defeatism type of thinking with low blood pressure. Okay? And the affirmation to heal, along with drink water, have yourself some coffee, tea, lemonade, pink lemonade, juice, make sure you're having a sandwich, make sure you're eating your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, make sure you're treating yourself like a person, like you wanted to be treated, okay? I am peaceful. Wait, no, I said that one already. I joyously release the past. I joyously release the past. Right? It's a butterfly flying away. Okay? We can't do anything about the past except learn from it. I joyously release the past. I am at peace. I am at peace. I joyously release the past. It's a relief to release the past. Okay? You did deserve to be loved. You did deserve to be taken care of. You did deserve for somebody to say, "Oh, what's the matter?" and really listen to you and figure out how to make you happy and how you can make yourself happy. You deserved that. But if it didn't happen then, we're not going to ruin our life over it. We're going to do it for ourselves, right? We're going to love ourselves enough to bring that blood pressure up, to nurture ourselves. First, nurture yourself and be a friend to yourself. Be a best friend to yourself before you can go out there and find your besties, okay? Your bell butterflies. Be a bell butterfly to yourself first. Very important. I joyously release the past. I am at peace. Thank you, dear God. Thank you, universe. I joyously release the past. I am at peace. I now choose to live in the ever joyous now. That might sound like it has too many nows in it, but this is Louise Hay. You don't mess with her words. I now choose, right now, April 16th, right? I now choose to live in the ever joyous now. And you might say, well, Katrina, my now is not so joyous. It's your responsibility to find the joy in the now. Get it? It's your responsibility. It's my responsibility to find the joy in the now. Okay? Like I only have 2 people here, but that's okay because so many other people will see this video after I'm done, after it goes on the algorithm. It's our responsibility to find the joy, even though you could say, well, how do you find the joy if you're sitting in a hospital? How do you find the joy? Well, the nurses and the doctors might be really nice in helping you with your situation. Somebody came in and gave you the pudding, or say you're visiting your family in the hospital. How can you find joy? Well, that person is okay. That person is healing. Okay? So You lived another day to help them. They lived another day to help you. You could find the joy in anything. Okay? 2020, we found the joy. We found the joy in 2020. Okay? So I was able to launch my artwork, my healing artwork, much more than I was in 2019. I was able to spend more time doing videos, cases looking for the missing children, looking for the missing people. So that when I think back to 2020, I'm like, yeah, that was the jam. Okay? And other people might say, oh, that was so terrible. I did not like the masks. I could not, and I had to go back to work. We were back up. I mean, we closed up in March, but then we were back up in August. And in New York and Chicago and other places, they weren't up for like another year or so. But we went back, and it was still 2020. Okay, so the masks were terrible. But other than that, it was different. I enjoyed being with the kids because you're watching history happen for them. And yeah, their scores took a nosedive because you know what? Kids need to be in school, kids need to be doing homework, kids need to be doing classwork, kids need to be reading. And you know, a lot of kids were not coming back to school. They were doing virtual school, and that wasn't doing the trick. Don't believe me, I'm just a teacher since age 18. Okay, I joyously release the past. I am at peace. I now choose to live in the ever joyous now. I now choose to live in the ever joyous now. And that is it. Yeah. So I'm sorry if I didn't do your color. Oh, was anybody interested in the blue? Anything blue? Because I thought somebody said something blue. All right. If you were interested in blue, that's the throat chakra. And why am I not seeing it? The thyroid, the throat, the mouth, the teeth, the jaw, neck, ears, arms, bronchial tubes, upper lungs, shoulders, and tongue. That's a lot, okay? Communication, willpower, truthfulness, settling boundaries, and expression. Any kind of colors like blue sky, sky blue, dark blue, indigo, electric blue, a grayish blue. I do a lot of work in grayish blue because it's for the crown chakra and the throat chakra. But I'm going to stop there because I need coffee. And I love you all. I hope you got something from this. And what I'll do is I'm going to go back to doing like my little 10-minute videos. I might do them on TikTok and transfer them to YouTube just so that you guys could see, because I do have some things that are sold or given away. Some things are given away, so I have new spots opening. Yeah, and as soon as I get a chance, I'm going to get the rest of the stuff painted up, but it's probably not going to happen. Well, you never know, because I gotta change this table into Easter. It still looks like Christmas. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you got something from my video, and I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.